mute. Give me 3 seconds. Let me talk and make sure that. Let me talk and make sure that.
Yeah, you can hear it. That's
What's the lane of yep.
Oh, I think somebody has to
Okay, sorry guys. I guess nobody could hear me until now on the YouTube. Okay. No, you guys could hear me, I know. But they just told me that they cannot hear me. Now it's okay, huh? Sorry guys. So we went through the definition of marketing, e-marketing, and now we are doing the definition of advertising. Okay, so advertising is a marketing communication that employs an openly sponsored, non-personal message to promote or sell a product, service, or idea. We talked about it first. As a realtor, we try to promote ourselves, advertise our services, sell ourselves to the buyer or seller. Then when we get a listing, we are promoting that listing. Okay? So we have two different ways of advertising or promotion. First for us and our services, then the promotion of the actual product that we have. Advertising is differentiated from public relation. The other thing, when you are branding yourself, you have to be a little bit on the higher end of the thing. You can use PRs to create a brand for yourself or for your company. On the PR side, on the advertising, the advertiser pays for the advertisement and has control over the message. But on the PR, it's a little bit different. So the difference is that the advertiser pays for and has control over the message in the advertising. Advertising is communicated through various mass medias. When you have to reach a huge number of audiences, what do you use? You use TV, radio, newspaper. But when you want to send to your farm area only, you just can use just listed, just sold advertisements to that pocket of the neighborhood there. So the actual presentation of the message in a medium is referred to as an advertisement. Okay? Or advert or ad for short. So, sorry guys. It was our first broadcasting. We had some glitches to start with. Then, what do we mean by social media? The topic of today's event is social media. In Wikipedia, if you search for a social media, are interactive technologies that facilitate the creation and sharing of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and networks. Most of us know Facebook, Instagram, what else? TikTok. LinkedIn, Twitter. Now TikTok, new, bravo.
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. Yeah, that behind the mask, I couldn't hear it. Twitter, and there are many other ones. But mainly, we use 4 of them: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Nowadays, many people are using TikTok and other medias as well. But these 4 are the main social media that attracts most of people. Why challenges to the definition of social media arise to the variety of standalone and built-in social media service currently available? There are some common features. Social media are interactive, user-generated content. So most of the social media, they build this infrastructure and let you create the content. And they use that content to attract more users, okay? And most of the time it's free. So you can use their platform for free, and instead you create content for them for free. Okay, that's a very nice concept. They do something for you for free, and On the other hand, you know it or you don't know it, you create something for them for free and they attract more people there, then they can get some money for advertisement to or marketing to those people. User-generated content such as text posts or comments in Twitter, digital photos in Instagram, or videos, and data generated through all online interaction is the lifeblood of social media. User creates service-specific profiles for the website or app that are designed and maintained by the social media organization. Social media helps the development of online social network by connecting a user profile with those of other individual or groups. Any questions so far regarding this? Actually, we're supposed to do the question and answer at the end. What do you do on social media? Social media can be a hurdle to become comfortable with. I myself have a little bit resistance to put my private life on my main Instagram page. I have two Instagram page. On one of them, that is not my business one. I'm okay. I put everything there. My food, my meeting with my friends, everything is gonna be there. But on my business one, I'm a little bit reluctant. That's not right. It says here, sharing personal information is part of why it is so effective. People want to know you. The people want to get to know you better. They want to be able to, relate to you on social media. If you are a soccer mom and you take pictures while you took kids for a soccer game, the neighbors or the other soccer moms in the area that you work with can relate to you. And that's the place that they can remember. Oh, that lady, the soccer mom. Or we have a friend here that takes her dog everywhere. Furry friends or furry kids, she calls them. Everyone knows about her now in the area that she works. And she puts pictures of those beautiful dogs everywhere with her. Anyways, being open on social media gives people reasons to reach out and make connection with you when you didn't think you had reasons to. Your family soccer game could be something you have in common with your next potential buyer or seller. You may already have content worth sharing that you may not realize is valuable or interesting to others. Giveaway and contests are easy crowd pleasers. Communicate things you like and what you spend your time doing. That provides the most authentic content. Stay consistent and be yourself, and it will pay off with leads and connections you wouldn't have otherwise found. What kind of business are we in? People's business. We are not here to make a ton of money in one day or 1 year or 2 years. We are going to be here for years to come. What should we do? What should we create? We have to create relationships. Okay? You create relationships using the networks. You're using people, using interactions on social media. Unfortunately, after the COVID, networking and face-to-face and in-person things are very hard to do. But social media is there for you and it's almost free. Okay? So we can use that. Create a social media content calendar to help guide and keep your posts on track. If you are using a paid service to create content, they usually give you a content calendar. They find out everything about the dates, chocolate date, dog date, cat day. We know Mother's Day and Father's Day and everything, but they come up with every occasion in Canadian and U.S. Calendar, because sometimes we go with their national day of pets or something like that. So that's a good idea to look at them as well. It's not what I'm trying to tell you here. I just want to introduce you to social media. And this is the word that I want you to learn. Reciprocity. Reciprocity means process of exchanging things with other people in order to gain a mutual benefit. How many of you heard about game theories? Everything we do is related to game theory. Okay? Some people, like a previous president of US, believe in the sum of zero of game theories. It means if I'm gonna gain something, you have to lose. This word says no. You can win, and I can win, if we get together and work together on it. A very easy example. You're coming from airport, you want to go to, say, Aurora. And the cab gonna cost you about $100. Your friend lives in Newmarket. If he wanna get the same another cab and go there, he's gonna pay $120. So that cab driver that take you there is gonna make $100. The other cab driver is gonna make $120. Now, if you go together, on the way, he drops you off, and then take your friend to his house and charges you together $150. How many people want? I don't want to say how much you should pay, how much the other one should pay, but you're going to pay a little bit less than $100. He's going to pay a little bit less than $120, and the cab driver is going to make $150 more than the other two theories. Okay, so we can play with these games, and everyone in that can win. That's what it's supposed to mean. You do things for other people to help them gain, so at the end you gain something. Is it familiar for you? Somebody else said that. I guess Zig Ziglar said that. That if you do enough things for other people, you will get what you need. Okay? If you help them reach what they need, you will get what you need. The norm of reciprocity, sometimes referred to as the rule of reciprocity, is a social norm where if someone does something for you, you then feel obligated to return the favor. Okay? Look at the social media. They give you for free. They give you things for free. And what do you do without knowing? You create content for them. They use that content, attract more users, and attract more investors and more advertisers to their system. We have to look at our business like that as well. I have seen in the last networking event that we had, a lady came into our event. She wasn't invited. And when she came, she started talking to everyone and giving them every person a business card. Hey, I'm in this business. Give me your business. Give me your business. What do you think? How many people is going to give her some business from that event? When you are in a networking area, this says you have to ask the people there, what do you do? How can I help you get more prospects? What are the specification of best prospect for you? If you do that for a year, for 2, 3 years, you become the power center of that community and that network. When they need something, who they call? Ada. Okay? So this happened to me. When it comes to this service that I'm going to talk to you about now, almost a year ago, they provided me with a free service. They created the content, they put it on the internet for me automatically, and most of the time I even forgot about it. Sometimes I remembered, I went there, downloaded something, or shared it on some social media. Sometimes no, I even forgot about it. Until 2 weeks ago, they called me and said, hey, you've been using this for free for a while. You want us to give it to your agents as well. What do I say? So why not? Even please come and tell my agents what's going on. What are these platforms are good for and how they can use it for free. Okay? So this is the award that they gave me. I'm not sure if they are on yet or not. Abby, are they on? Okay, so I want to introduce you to a gentleman that I really admire now. I became his LinkedIn friend yesterday. I knew him before, but I didn't really knew him. One of his employee called us and talked to me about this platform, and then I remembered that I know him. So Sam Marabot, CEO of RoomView. RoomView is a Canadian. Not yet? Okay. So they're going to join us hopefully soon. Sam is the CEO of RoomView, a Canadian company out in Vancouver. He was top 1% realtor in Vancouver with deep knowledge of property technology, leading a series of property technology companies in the past. Finishing a PhD in University of British Columbia enabled him to learn the power of data analytics and the importance of clear data communication for realtors. Sam is also a Forbes Business Council member and has a Bachelor in Computer Science from University of Southampton, UK. He speaks on many startup panels and is an author of Forbes magazine. While we are waiting for him to join us from Vancouver, I'm gonna, yeah. Let me check with him first where he is. Sorry, guys. I'm 2 minutes fast. They're supposed to join us at 11. So while we are waiting for him, let's talk, take some question, and maybe I can answer some of your questions. Question? Yes.
Sorry, there was a slide that you showed we can follow up the content on social media by putting on the calendar.
Yeah.
If we are not on a part of somewhere that remind us to do it, and then we have to do it on a calendar, what would be the procedure to do it?
Okay. So good thing about REMAX is that REMAX has its own calendar as well. I will send you the REMAX calendar for social media engagement.
Okay.
You can use it as a guideline. Then I have the other one. I will try to introduce you to them as well.
Okay.
Not here maybe, but later on I will, after we finish broadcasting, I'm gonna introduce you to that one. They have the, I guess, a complete calendar week by week. So you can go ahead and find a couple of weeks in front of you and prepare your content material. The most important thing is in the social media is that creating the content and engaging content. It's very hard to come up with ideas, with the artwork, with the text, with the stats, with the video. Especially nowadays, most people do video. Okay, but that first step is the idea the calendar gives you. Okay, after that you got the idea, you can come up with the content. A good thing about Roomview is that they prepare everything. They customize it to your liking, the color scheme, and your picture, your information. Everything is about you in the area that you want. And they create a video, put your information on it, and automatically send it to your Facebook or your LinkedIn. Okay. So the funny thing is that especially on LinkedIn, I didn't put a lot of content in. And when I did put any content, the situation was that it was coming from Roomview. Okay, so I guess we have Yulia with us now. I'm gonna mute myself so Yulia can introduce herself, and we are waiting for Sam, I guess.
Hi everyone. Good morning, and thank you.
Can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
On the system. Unmute her.
Hello.
Okay, we have Sam as well. Hi, Sam. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. How's it going? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Looks like it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Looks like it.
Not that. Sam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. So go ahead, please. I just introduced you to the guys here and on the social media. Sorry for the glitch. It's our first time doing this. Hopefully next time we don't have problem. So if you want to share your screen and introduce yourself, I'm gonna let you do that.
Okay, so just give me 1 second until I get set up here for you, and then we can get going. Okay. good. All right, let's try.
Hold on, Sam, for a
that's
second. Okay, now speak, please.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you in the control room, but not here. Give us a second.
Okay. All right, sure. Sounds good.
Sorry about that. Can you patch it to the room? Try now. Try now.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now? Yes? All right, looks like we are in. Okay, let's see. I think we're good to go. All right, hey everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. So my name is Sam. I'm the CEO here at RoomView. I'll give you a little bit of a background as to what RoomView is. What we do essentially is every day we look for content in various areas, in various like sub areas, locations, and so on, and we make sure that content is relevant to each realtor, and then we post it for them. So this whole idea started. So let me share my screen, and we can get started with this. Okay. Okay. I assume you can see my screen. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So this whole idea started when we wanted to move from billboard ads or help realtors digitize their advertising process and move to social media ads. So this process, I think a lot of realtors have seen this. We are the generation where we are moving from bus benches and bus ads to Instagram ads and getting leads from Instagram. And instead of door knocking, we're seeing all these reels that show up in social media and start getting leads. And we're like, okay, what's happening here? So we thought about this, and in 2019, we started this process where we would have cameramen in person in Vancouver and Toronto, and we would send them to realtors, and we would ask them, hey, do you want to show up on camera? Do you want to go over market stats and do this whole thing? So it worked out for a while, but what we realized was that, well, especially in Vancouver, like the weather started getting bad in winter, and I'm sure in Toronto is worse. So we got a lot of realtors canceling their in-person appointments to do these videos. And what happened is that what happens with every story on social media, it's good for a while, but then it stopped. So we thought, okay, how do we automate this? How do we make more content, more local content for each realtor that is working with us? And that made us kind of go to this approach where, so I'm showing you a profile from Richard Silver, who's a realtor in Toronto. You can see yesterday we posted this content for him. So this is like which homes you can afford. The other day we posted this beautiful video for him where everything is branded and everything is ready to go for him. And it's talking about like the average home price increase in Canada. And the next day, for 1 day ago, we posted another content for him, which is Toronto housing market hits new record highs. And you can kind of read that. Every news piece is branded to him. So it's like he actually spent the time and did this. And we did all sort of social media management for him, right? So like you can see we posted an award for him that is in like one of the realtors on the top 5 realtors in Toronto that he did this, and then he got 100 likes or so on it. And then obviously another news about GTA, another news 4 days ago about the Toronto market update. And the beauty of this is, so let me show So the beauty of this is like every video is branded to him, and every piece of content that goes out is like he's hired an entire fleet of marketers to do the marketing for him. And it comes with all the stats. So because of the delay, I'm just gonna keep clicking on things, but it comes with all the stats like what is the detached home market, what is the attached home market doing, and you can get the stats for every pretty much city in the GTA. And the beautiful thing is every video again is kind of branded and done for him, so you can kind of see it here in the end, like him and his partner actually show up in the video. Everything is branded and done for him. So our designers sat with him and basically gone through this entire process. But I will get to this later on. But the whole story is that we moved from this kind of marketing, which is just like one-on-one, really difficult realtor cycle, to something that's more of an automated process, right? And the whole story is that like all Richard has to do is simply click in and basically connect his social media to us, and we post the content. So if I want to show you what that looks like, it's basically like this. So he would come here every day, and this would look the same for you guys. You would just come here every day, see what content we have for you selected, and I will get into this, like how this content is selected by AI and making sure that each realtor posts unique stuff. But you would see this batch of content that's already scheduled for you. You can preview it. You're like, okay, this looks good. Or you can see like what is getting posted here, and then based on that, you can delete it, you can edit it, and all the hashtags, everything else that you see here, it's already selected. So you don't have to lift a finger. All you have to do is just connect, set up your profile like this. Just tell us who you are, and connect to social media. That's it. You don't have to do anything. Okay, but there's interesting insights, and there's a lot of stuff that we've learned, and I'm going to mix it up with our yearly report. We've done a yearly report where we've studied. So last year we did about 1 million posts on social media. So that is why we're kind of presenting some of these data to you. This is what we learned, right? So it's not everything, but this is our observations and the stuff that we have learned. So I'm going to mix it up with the report. I'll go into the platform, but please use the chat. Please ask us questions. Stop me whenever you feel like you're losing me. So, or you're lost in the whole process. So anyway, so let's go back to the basics. Why social media? Well, there's about 4.5 billion people around the world using it now. And we're seeing this whole trend where realtors are getting leads from social media in the past 5 years or so. So we know some of the facts here, right? Millennials are logging on social media for average of 2 hours and 40 minutes. I think everyone is like that now. And Gen Z is a little bit more and less. But the whole idea is that when we ask realtors, and this is our survey, as like asking them, like, where are you getting your leads? A lot of them are saying social media. A lot of them are saying CRMs and the tools that help them enrich these leads, and then it kind of goes down the road. So what we've seen is it's a funny trend. So if I go here, we see realtors spend like thousands of dollars on their personal blog or business, but most of their leads are coming from social media. So what we are trying to do is educate the public and basically tell them how to better manage their social media. So again, like I know tons of realtors, and I'm sure you guys know it too. Like there's a lot of realtors that spend at least 10K, 20K on their website, but how do you bring traffic to your website? Like that's the next question. That's the golden question, actually. So we asked another question, and this is like which platforms are more popular among the realtors, and this is about 45,000 realtors. Sorry, there's a truck. We live next to not live, but our office is next to a hospital, so we get a lot of noise. Anyway, all right. So then the next question was, okay, popularity of platforms. This is our survey, like asking the questions from the realtors. So a lot of realtors are still using Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And I will go into the details of this, but we know, for example, LinkedIn gets you at least 5 times the engagement of Facebook business. So everyone uses Facebook business. They think it's great, but the reality is Facebook is not favoring Facebook business posts, and it's not really favoring a lot of engagement on automated posts or basically any posts related to businesses. And for the, like, if you've been following the news, in the last quarter, Facebook actually lost users. And this is despite Instagram, the subsidiary of Facebook, gaining users. So this is interesting, right? Basically, we're seeing Instagram as popular as Facebook, and then LinkedIn and Twitter and TikTok. So something else that we're constantly chasing and constantly defining is, how do we define success on social media? Okay, how do you measure it? Okay, so imagine I posted something, and what's happening next? So I go back to this and this basic analogy of social media. So think of social media as this beautiful meal that you have to serve to your audience. So this whole meal consists of basically an appetizer, a glass of wine, a dinner or a main meal, and obviously the actual ending or the dessert. So most realtors come close to just serving that glass of wine or a piece of chocolate at the end, because, well, this is exactly what happens, right? They have this beautiful piece of content, they post it, and then they live it off, and then they don't do anything else. So we are not saying we would do all of that for you. We are not designed to do, and no one can actually take over your social media. But there is something that you guys can do, and that is automate about 80% of the work that is to be done on your social media. But that 20% is the garnishing of the food, is your own experience as a realtor. And it's the stuff that you do on a daily basis. So let's say you are hitting the gym, you're walking your dogs, or you're going to pick up your kids from the school. Post something about that school, post something about that gym. This is the key, right? So just educating your audience about what is your day looking like. That is the key. But you can do that once a week. You don't have to do it every day. But going back to how do we define success? Basically, 35% of these agents that we surveyed, they're focusing on engagement. While about 11% of them focus on audience feedback and so on. But there is another thing. So this is what we ask realtors, but what we know that is working is the consistency of posts. So I will get into this in a sec, but like how consistent you post in social media is the key. So another look at the data, and that is like, what is the most engaging type of post? And that is like, so you would pretty much know like what is the clicks versus what is the engagement, right? And this is interesting. Engagement is like your audience basically connecting with you and remembering something, taking something away. Click is like, I want to click here and just go through something. So obviously home searches, we've seen this a lot, like find homes in Toronto. You get a lot of clicks, but you don't get that much engagement. So the audience wouldn't remember you as much. But you obviously drove a lot of traffic. So if you know how to monetize that traffic, how to do something with that traffic, this is a good type of post. But engagement is very little on these. Then there's list of homes, and we do have an ad on this that I will show you later on. But the list of homes is focused on, well, here's a list of homes. It gets you the average engagement. It gets you the average clicks. So it's a good balance of everything as a type of post. So this is like, get a list of homes under 500K in Markham, in I don't know, Richmond Hill. And then you go to this. This is our recommended posts. This is what we posted on the Realtor's behalf. So this is what we analyzed based on the past posts and said, okay, well, Ali is getting a lot of good feedback based on the news that he shares in, let's say, Richmond Hill. And then we optimize his calendar and we made sure that he gets that optimized experience. And obviously, the recommended posts are getting a lot more clicks and basically engagement and impressions. Then we get to home value, which is what I showed you, like what's your home worth. That's a good post. And then we get videos, like general videos. Then we get neighborhood videos. So this is like York region, or like Midtown region. Like we have a ton of videos. I'll show you that later on. And then there's news and so on. So something that is interesting is listing videos is actually getting the least impressions or the least engagement. So again, I've seen realtors are spending $500 on that listing video, but honestly, just focus on posting consistently. It's listing video is one type of content. It's not about just posting that constantly. And I've seen a lot of realtors that tell us, hey, Sam, like we do have a photography division, right? So they're telling me, Sam, like we spent $500 doing this drone video and everything else, but in the end, like the content that you guys posted as an award for me got way more experience, way more likes and followers. And this is the story, right? It's not about just posting one type of content; it's about posting it consistently. So let's go back. I'll come back to these, but there's something else that I want to show you, and that is the optimum number of posts that you should do on social media. So optimal time to post. This is interesting. So the best time to post is actually Sunday and Monday. I know we don't want to post on Sunday because we're doing open houses and we're doing like spending time with family and so on. But really, the optimum time to post is on Sunday, and you get a lot more impressions. So remember, impressions is people seeing your post. This is your basically free way to post content and build that brand awareness about yourself. And then obviously Monday, I guess these 2 days, people are spending less, or another way to look at it is like advertisers are spending less time in the feed. So your posts will have a lot of chance to be viewed and so on. So this is an interesting take. And then there is the golden number of posting, right? So people would come to us and they would say, hey, Sam, I want to post like 3 times a day. No, you shouldn't. Like it's not a good practice. You shouldn't do that. And I see this classic mistake, like people just post one thing and then after a while they come in and they say, well, you know what? I'm not gonna do this for a while, and then they come back and then they post another thing for another, like I don't know, 3 weeks later they just post one thing, or 2 weeks after they post 3 things. That's not how it should work. You should be posting 6 to 8 times a week. This is the golden number. After that, your engagement, your impressions, and everything else drops. Before that, you're not building that brand awareness. You're not building that thing that is supposed to be on your social media. So this is another interesting kind of finding that we found. So another interesting fact is like, what is the optimal time for your videos? So I've seen this classic. This is a classic mistake. Like realtors build this 5-minute kind of advertorial video about themselves and their lifestyle. Like, guess what? No one wants to watch that. Like, sure, do it, but like put it on your website. Like, don't post it on social media every time. Like, people get tired of it. So like you gotta post really really informational videos, like really knowledge creating videos, and you have to post it. This is based on our data. That video could be as long as 90 seconds. We still think that's too much, but we shouldn't really go over 120. Like right after the 2-minute mark, you start losing your audience. So okay, so far I've covered some of the findings and some of the things that we know about social media. I would like to stop here for a sec, get questions from you if there's anything, and then continue into explaining the platform itself. So any questions so far?
Questions, guys? I have a question regarding the number of post you said between 6 to 8 in a week.
Mhm.
What about the hours? Which hours is better?
So that's a good point. I'm going to get to that in my presentation fairly soon. There you go. Yeah, I have it. I can share that away. But before I jump back in, well, I can share it and then we can go back to this. Okay, so this is the golden hour. This is the interesting thing. So performance of the posts versus agent preference. So agent preference is like what the agents preferred us and prefer the post to be posted at. But the best performance is actually happening in the morning. So you gotta post like 8 to 10 a.m. That's the optimal time for posting. But well, every realtor is a little bit different, right? And we learn that and we adopt their schedule based on who likes their posts and so on. But essentially, don't post at like midnight. That's obviously a simple thing to remember. And then another thing to remember is like don't post after 8 p.m. I guess that's just the family time and people kind of stop or dinner time and people stop engaging with social media as much as they used to. So, but the golden time to post is about 8 a.m. and between 8 a.m. and 12. Now, I would move some of this to the like maybe sure like post in the noon time a little bit, but don't go these two zones. Like this is a interesting territory. Like you don't want to be here or here. Okay, I can't hear you guys.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, I just don't know if it is pertaining to what you're talking or not, but I was under the impression you're going to tell us how to, who's going, like, I'm not tech savvy. Okay, so who does all this? Yes, I would love it, but who is going to do it for me? Is there some services? That's the reason I'm here. Like, I do use Facebook, but I feel, oh my God, I'm just, how I was taught in school, don't blow your own trumpet. So I'm one of those old schools who does not believe in blowing our own trumpet. But here it is that you're just blowing your trumpet, I'm the best. I'm the best. So who does all that? I don't even know how to do it. I'm too shy about all that, saying, I'm the best, come to me.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for that. So that's so what I was doing up to this point is just walking you over what we have learned, and I will walk you over what platform does. But what you said is a classic example of a successful realtor knowing what to do in the past, but they're like, okay, what do we do now on social media? How do we go about this now on social media? And that's why I would. So let me go back and let me show you what your content schedule will look like. What is it that we will do for you when you basically leave your social media to us, and you can kind of go from there. But that's a great question. Everyone talks about social media, but what to post, how to post it, and when to post it. So for that, just leave it to us, and we would do that for you. Okay, so let's walk you through a dashboard. So every one of you guys will get a free dashboard as part of this program. So we will be sending you an invite after this webinar, maybe today or maybe tomorrow, and then you will get an invite to join this on behalf of REMAX Excel. This is something that Ali has done on your behalf, and Ali's been really proactive. I applaud him because he's been really pushing to get agents in social media and really adding value to you guys, the agents, to just make sure you guys are on the radar. You guys are on social media. Okay, so let's walk through this. Our dashboard is a little bit complicated, but don't worry, ask me questions and I will tell you exactly what it is that we do. Okay, so right off the bat, we produce a lot of videos, okay? And these videos could be just like your Greater Toronto market, or it could be stats about, let's see, let me find Oakville or Richmond Hill or Whitby and all sort of places. And you even have like buyer behavior videos if you want to share with your audience. So this is like where people are buying homes more and sort of things. But anyway, let me just slow down for a sec and walk you through. And this is Richmond Hill, by the way. So you can see the stats on Richmond Hill. This is the latest report that came out in January. This is January stats, so it came out last week. So everything is updated. Everything is coming with the latest things coming from the board. But if I go back here, so this is one type of content we have. Okay, there's a lot more content that we give you, and this could be as much as like 2 or 3 a day to like 10 a day. So like on Friday, I think we posted like 5, 6, 7 videos just for this realtor, and they can use this, and every realtor gets access to their own content, right? And you can see this, all these videos talking about different things. So this is another like rent in Toronto, and you can kind of see like it's going up, it's going down, and every video is branded and done for you. So this is one type of content that we would post for you. Another type of content that we do post for you is these beautiful images. So you can simply see the image that's being shared. So these are all the stuff that we would share for you. And then if you are like, okay, I want to also post this on my Instagram, and this is just you doing it. I'm not going over how our system posts it for you, but if you wanted to just come in and say, okay, I want some of this content posted for myself, you can. So you can also come in here and download this image. Again, this is all free. Like this part that you posted yourself is free. You can come in, you can take a look at it, you can be like, okay, this looks good, and just grab the image and post it. But we know something, and look, it even gives you the summary of what the content is. So we've thought of everything, and we've done it so that you don't have to do that much. But if you decided to like automate this, this is where it gets interesting, right? So this is the unique schedule per realtor. So if I go to Ali's profile right now, he would have different content, and he would show different content that he's posting, and he will be posting on different days. And if I go to someone else's profile in Toronto, it would be the same thing. So you can see this is the schedule that we will post for you. So you don't have to come back here. You don't have to post anything. We would do, remember that social media analogy, like the meal analogy? So think of that meal. We do 80% of that for you. So this is us posting on your behalf every day. And this is how your social media will look like. Again, going back to this, your social media will look like this. So 2 days ago, this guy posted this. 4 days ago, he posted this video. Going back, he got a lot of traction on his board. So let me move on. Okay, 5 days ago, he posted this. And it's all designed so you would get listings and you would get awareness on social media. But remember one thing, we are not counting actual likes per post. We are counting how many times he appeared on your feed. He appeared on someone else's phone. This is the key metric that we're counting. So stop counting likes, stop counting, because right off the bat, I can tell you, like the posts about your business will get less eyeballs and likes compared to like your personal picture. But that is not the point. You shouldn't keep just posting a personal picture of you, because well, that gets boring, right? So let's see, like in the past week for this guy alone, we've got him around 1,000 people total viewing his posts. That is the impressions. So without him lifting a finger, he just got 1,000 people. It could be like the same 300 people, but that's 300 people engaging with his social media. And like we keep ignoring this. We keep like counting like how many people liked it, how many people commented on it. It's not about that. It's about posting consistently. It's about being on top of mind. And there's another concept in social media. We call this omnipresence. So omnipresence is this fact that you're everywhere, right? And we see this with with successful realtors in every city as well. Like they're everywhere. They're on social media. They're on bus benches. They're doing everything. So it's the same thing with social media. Like you gotta be on LinkedIn. You gotta be on Twitter. You gotta be on Facebook. It doesn't matter if you don't have an account. Go create it. It's not that hard. In fact, if you come on like on some of our plans, like the platinum plan that we have, we can even create your pages for you. But you gotta do it. Like you gotta create that Instagram. It doesn't matter if you don't know anyone there. You'll be surprised. The moment you sign up, you would see, oh, Ali has an account there. Jim has an account there, and everyone else is up there, right? So it's not about you just sticking and feeling comfortable with Facebook business. It's about you being everywhere, pushing your limits and being on every social media. And remember one thing, and this is the key thing, we are not in the selling business. We are not in the home selling business. We are in the education business. You got to educate your audience. You got to tell them what's going on in the market to build that trust, to get them to talk to you. Otherwise, well, just keep selling posted homes, like keep posting just sold and just listed. Honestly, no one cares. Like it builds that brand awareness for you. Sure, post it once, but you gotta post local content, and you gotta post something that would educate your audience. So I would go back to this. So let me show you how this all works. So you will get an invite from us. All you have to do is come in here, put your profile picture here, tell us your phone number, like all these other things that you have to show on the video. And then if you wanted to do a lot more customizations, you can simply do that. But if you feel like that's enough, you can just stop right there. So you can do all sort of things with your videos. You can make sure like how you're like, you can even like play around with like how your video appears and so on. You can also have like branding colors. You can have contact details. You can have opening to the videos, ending to the videos, all sort of things that you would want and you would want to show up on your content, and you would want to post on your content. So like I will leave this for another session because it's too much, but there is a lot of customizations available just to make sure you can post content. Now, moving on to another concept. So all I was talking about to this point is getting leads or getting connections and building those connections with your existing network. So this is people that follow Ali or follow Richard on social media. What if I want to build leads and get leads from other people that don't follow me? And this is where it gets interesting. This is where we go to Facebook ads. So if you wanted to run a Facebook ad and if you wanted to get some leads from Facebook, we do have a solution. So you can come here on our ad center and you'll be like, okay, I want to get like Mandarin speaking clients in, let's say, Richmond Hill. So you can simply come in here, choose the creative you want. It's very simple. All you have to do is just click on what creative you want. And then you can go set up your campaign and say which city you want to target, and we automatically post this on your Facebook, and we spend the money on your behalf on Facebook. So everything is very clear. You would see like how many people saw your post, how many people engaged with your post, and so on. In fact, I can show you an example of an ad that we are running for Richard right now, so you can see exactly what is happening with it. So he has an ad with us right now, and if I go here under post analytics, you would see he's gotten 26,000 people to view it, and he's gotten 33 leads. Out of the people that engage with it, 66% were men, 34% were women. He's spent about $500, and he's gotten about 33 leads. So this is what's your wondering what's your neighboring homes sold for. So this is this campaign. This guy. Okay, so let me tell you some secrets about ads. And this is regardless of if you're running ads with us, if you want to ever run ads on any solution. But there's some interesting stats. Everyone on social media is posting this ad. What's your home worth? It's a terrible ad to run. Stop running it. Because everyone else is doing it. Like people across social media, they've been posting this, what's your home worth? And they want people to enter the address. And they would obviously call people. So here's what happens. You've probably had like someone that's watching this, they've already entered the information once into a platform for another realtor, and they had a bitter experience. So they're not gonna click on this and give you the information anymore. But every realtor, like this is a rookie mistake. Like every realtor, the first time they even run this with us, we're like, no, like stop running this. If you want seller ads or seller leads, run this at least, or run it in a different language. And this is not saying like, what is your home worth? This is like wondering what is your neighboring home sold for. Another better ad, and that is a classic ad that is performing a lot better than any of these, is get a list of homes under 1 million or whatever price range that you think is the key. So let's say you want to get a list of homes under 1.2 or 900K. You can edit this and you can run this ad. It's very simple. Like I know this looks complicated, but we've built this platform so it's not that hard to figure it out. So you can simply come in here and just select an ad and then kind of go from there. Something else that we've launched in Toronto and Vancouver, sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, the ambulance is gone. All right, so something else that we've done in Toronto and Vancouver is you can run ads on pre-sales. So you know there's not that much inventory left in the market. Every buyer is like, well, I have this thing with like my like residency is not done yet, or I don't have my PR yet, or I don't have my like finances lined up yet. So they always look for pre-sales. So something that we started doing is you can now run ads on pre-sales as well. So everything is here. You don't have to go create it. If you see a pre-sale that's not listed here, you got to tell us. You can say, hey, Sam, I want to run an ad on in something in Richmond Hill. And like we've tried to put as much as we can. So we got Yorkville. I don't think we have anything in the North York region or the Mississauga yet, but we are adding those. So this is a new feature that we just launched. The whole point is that you would communicate with people and you would connect with the audience and you would tell them, hey, get the VIP list. And I can get you on that list. And these ads work great. Like they're performing 4 times better than the ads that we see on than the ads that we're seeing on like home worth. Like stop running home worth. It's not producing that much result. So if I go back to our, so any questions so far about this before I move on to the next topic?
Okay, there's one question. And Nagus is asking, the social media is free, but if you want to do this for us, how much would be the charge?
Okay, that's a great question, Nagus. So let me show you our pricing. So the free version is fairly simple. You get lead generation forums, you get all sort of things that I showed you, but you have to do them kind of yourself, and you would only get 1 social media automated. The pro version is what I showed you pretty much on Richard's. The only difference is that you wouldn't have these personal, like super personal brandings in every video. But you still get a lot of value for every video. You can post it. You can add your personal opening and ending. That's less than $1 a month. So it's $24.99. We've priced this really reasonable because we know the social media should not break your bank. So you're spending, like I'm spending $5 for this coffee, but obviously you're spending the price of a coffee per week to automate your social media. And we will post everything for you. We will automate your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and everything for you. And all you have to do is just connect. The next tier up is an interesting tier, and that is looking at the premium plan. On the premium plan, we also send email campaigns for you. And we also do your, so it's everything else as you saw in this plan, but we also do your email campaigns. So like you give us your contacts and we email them for you like every week or so. And another thing that we do is you can also get access to some of these hyper-local, super hyper-local content. Like, so if you don't want to post like Greater Toronto, if you want to go to like Markham, Richmond Hill, and so on, like this is when you jump on a premium plan. But I would say most of the realtors, they start with this and then they decide and see if they want to jump on that premium. If you're working in a team, if your business is more than, I would say 15, 20 deals a year, I suggest jumping on the platinum plan because obviously you would have that scarcity around the content. Every piece of content that goes out the gate is personalized to you, and you will be differentiating your branding and everything else. And no one else would have that branding. And in fact, on the platinum plan, you get some of the stuff that's not available to everyone. So that's $100 a month. It's still very reasonable. It's still less than a price of a like social media marketer that you would hire in India or in Mexico, and they would still post garbage content for you. So we make sure we post local content. This is the content. You can actually see it. Once you sign up for free, you would actually see all this content that's available for you. It's not like we are not promising something that's not there. It's already there, you can see, right? So we've added all this content here for you. And then, yeah, go ahead. I will stop again.
Can you hear?
Yes, now I can. Now I can't.
So I'm going to use one.
Okay.
Hi, Sam. Sorry. A question.
Hey.
I wondered for the first two options, which is free one and the pro one, can we download all material on the website?
Yeah, you can. So on the free, no. On the pro, yes, you can. But here's again another classic mistake that I see agents do. They're like, "Can I download this?" Sure, download it. Do whatever you want with it. But you gotta post it, and you gotta post it consistently. So unless you think you can actually come in and post every pretty much day or like every 2 days, do it. But like you can download it, sure. There's no limit to the downloads. But the key thing is the content expires, right? So the content is timed. It's about like you can post this content for 2-3 weeks, but after a while you gotta post new relevant content. So that's why we're like, okay, sure, download it. We don't care, download it. But you gotta come back and you gotta post stuff. So either put all your social media with us and let us do it. It's not gonna be that super perfect thing, but at least you're posting a lot of stuff, and or just yeah. So that's the thing I would suggest. So you can download it, yes, but you don't want to download it. So that's the answer.
So before I go for the next question, it's automated, so it's better to let it run for itself. As soon as the content is built, it will automatically post it to your social media.
Okay.
So why do you,
We don't need
if
to.
sometimes you need it to attach it to an email
Exactly.
and
that's
send
the
it to
question.
somebody. Yeah, that's the best way. There's another question.
Okay, so let me show you something if and that could also help.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So before I answer the next question,
It's a
you
very
can come
simple-
here
I have a very
and you
simple
can actually post the say. Let me just explain this a sec. So let's say you want to post any of these contents. You can simply come here and you can post this content as a video to your agent, to your audience as well. I don't know if it's sharing or not. Am I sharing? It doesn't look like I'm sharing. Okay, sorry. So if you come back here, if you go to our email marketing right here, you click on email or video. Okay, so you're like, I like this video to be posted. All you have to do is like, okay, this is how the email looks like. I want to add stuff. I want to check stuff and see what I want to send. And then we would basically send this video on your behalf. Because sending a video to your audience is not that easy. You got to have it posted right. You got to put it somewhere. We've thought of all this and we've actually done this for you. So all you have to do is just use our email marketing on the premium plan. And yes, the prices are monthly. So for $24.99, you get social media automation on the basic plan. This is premium, so that's about $59.99. So that's about $60 a month, or $2 a day.
Okay, there's another question. Before I go with that, I'm going to ask the question. I don't answer that. I want to answer her. Is there a contract? And her question is,
My question is now 59 something or 109. So we get that package. And then you take over the responsibility of updating it. Everything is that in that package, or more to that package, like extra to that package, for you to do the whole thing.
We do the whole thing. So you just leave it to us. And can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we do the whole thing. You don't have to do anything. All you would do is you would come, just give us your branding, and we would post everything for you. You don't need to do anything. For best success experience, I suggest posting once per week, like something personal, even something about your life, right? Like something about the kids, the grandkids, whatever it is that is making you the person that your audience knows, because your audience has connected with you somewhere, right? They've probably seen you on a party, or they know you somehow, right? So it's important to make sure that they build that personal experience with you. So we do 80% of the work. We post the content, but if you can just add one picture every 1 or 2 weeks, that would do magic to this. Okay, so is another question? Yes.
Sorry, Sam, I cut you off. I just wanted to say, I guess everything is covered right now, and they have no other questions here if you want to add anything.
Okay, all right. I would show you what this looks like as well, the rest of the ads. And okay, so can you see my screen and hear me okay? Oh, good. Okay, all right. So we did talk about this whole concept of Facebook ads. And it's an interesting concept, because if you've ever tried to run ads on Facebook, it's impossible to run it. It's so hard. It's hard to come up with the right creatives. It's hard to put your brand on it. How much of your branding would you put on it, and so on. Now, an interesting question is, okay, so we've done this. Now we got 20. Let's say. Let me just go back to this. So for Richard, we got, let's say, 30 leads for him. Okay. And these are all the leads that he got. And obviously you can see like his phone numbers here, email, and everything else. But what do we do with these? Like, okay, sure, you run the ad, you've got the lead, what do you do with it? So what we started introducing is this. We actually do the follow-up emails and texts on your behalf. So as soon as a lead comes in, we start texting them. We start asking them mortgage questions and like if they're ready to sell and all these things. And you will get a copy of that. That's the beauty of it. Just making sure that you would get that experience of us doing the follow-ups on your behalf. So it would basically look like this. So let me show you. I don't know if you can see it, but basically we text and say, hey, my name is Erica. I'm getting in touch with you on behalf of, let's say, Ali. And did you have any questions? And then if the buyer answers, then we keep asking them more questions. We send a video about latest mortgage rates. We're asking them, are you willing to buy or sell? So this is the key. Like as soon as a lead comes in, it's a numbers game. You gotta do the follow-up. You gotta connect with them to build that relationship and be able to sell to them. So it's like we know the average conversion for a lead, for an online lead, is about 1%. That's the industry average. So basically, if you have let's say 100 leads come in, you can convert one of them to the industry to the closed sale. But what we do because of all these follow-ups is that 1 in 5 of these leads will become active clients. They will come to showings with you. They will do all sort of things, and then our conversion is 4 times the industry average. So about 1 in 20 of these will actually like become a closed sale. So that's another interesting stat I wanted to share with you. So going back to the lessons on social media. So something else that's important is what type of post performs better. We know this for a fact. Listing videos are only performing 20%. Or like if you wanted to see like what is performing the best, market update videos are performing the best when you talk about the market, when you educate your audience about the market. And then there's neighborhood videos. So neighborhood videos are the stuff that is basically you walking through a neighborhood, or we do have some neighborhood videos on the premium plan that you can use. And then there's listing videos. So again, stop spending like $500 on a basically a listing video. Distribute that wealth to your social media and make sure you get more basically stuff out of it. Something else that is also interesting is different posts across different platforms. So again, LinkedIn and Facebook are performing really good across like every type of thing that we post. Sorry, 1 second. Can you close the door? Okay, sorry. All right, okay. And then we know Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook are getting a lot of eyeballs. You can see it here. And ideally, you want to post a lot of videos on Instagram as well. So Instagram is also really, really powerful. Going back to most engaging types, I think we've gone through most of these. I'm just gonna wrap up and see if there's anything else that I should be covering. And this is another interesting thing. So we do have this tool that you can use later on. But the whole idea is that you can see like how much you have to spend on ads in order to see the returns. So even if you spend it, like this is like an extreme cost, obviously, but if you spend 70K on ads, like even if you look at a split with the broker, cost per lead, and if you convert only 3 out of 10 of them, and only put that commission at 2% your side, which is usually more, and only the price of 500K on average, you would at least get 630K in commissions. So it's important to remember that you're not running one ad. You have to be running it consistently. You have to be on social media consistently. to get that value and to get that concept. So okay, so let me wrap this up. So all the pricings that you see here, because Ali is has done a great job of advocating for you guys. You can get 10% off of all these pricings, and there's a code that we would send to you. It's called VIP welcome. So with that, everyone in REMAX Excel can basically sign up. And another cool thing is that we are building this dashboard for the management team, so they can see who is on RoomView, and they can see the return on investment for their agents, and they can see who's already signed up, who is not signed up, and how the agents are actually adopting to the platform. So again, like the easiest thing is jump on a free plan. In fact, we can even do that for you, and then after that, just see for yourself and see like if you want to sign up, if you want to do various things with the platform. But remember, you're not going to see results until you do it for at least 3 months. You have to post on social media, you have to be everywhere, and you have to be posting it for at least 3 months before you see the real value, because you're not really doing it a one-time thing. You're not posting one video, you're posting it consistently through this calendar, and that's the real value. So don't think about how do I download this video and put it somewhere. Think about how do I stay relevant on all socials.
Thank you very much, Sam. That was great. So the prices that you saw have monthly payments and a yearly payment. If you go on yearly, so you have to stay for a year. If you go on monthly, you have to stay for a month. Is that true?
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And there's no sign-up fees, there's no contract fees or anything. And so what we would do is just to make it easier, I think Ali has given us a list. So we would sign you guys up, and you would start getting like introductions and so on. So just be, I guess we would just coordinate with Ali before we start putting it through that funnel, because you would get like a lot of like instructions, like add your profile picture, do this, do that. And then you can see, and the beauty of this is like we've designed the platform so with the links that you get, you can actually log into your account. You don't need to do that much to do signups and so on. So yeah, that's it. And I think there's a lot that can be done. There's a lot to cover, so I'm not gonna bore you out with details. I think even 1 hour is a lot. So. But we would kind of go over it, and I can come back here and keep talking to you guys and see what was your experience, how we can make it better, and kind of go from there.
Okay, thank you very much, Sam. That was a great session. We got him to promise us that he's gonna come back, hopefully in a month.
Thank you.
Yes. And give us some more insights and maybe instructions on how to use the platform. Everyone is going to get a free account today or tomorrow. And I'm, for myself, I didn't upgrade myself yet. I thought that maybe I'm going to show the free one to you, but after today, I'm going to go even for platinum. Thank you very much, Sam.
Oh, thank you. All right, thank you so much, guys. Would love to help in any way. Our customer support is 5 people. So reach out to us, they would respond, and we can kind of go from there. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, after this, we can get rid of the speakers now. I have to go back to my slides, please.
Hey, would you send this link to us? You record it and send it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
Do we have to look at what you have right now?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, good. How is it working for you?
That's what I'm trying to say. I registered and I totally forgot about it. I saw people going on LinkedIn especially and like it. Yeah. And suddenly when I was working with it, Yulia, the lady that you saw in the picture, she came and said, hey, do you want this free service for every agent of yours? I said, why not? And don't forget, even the platinum is less than a coffee a day. And you're gonna put your social media on autopilot, very customized posts, very detailed posts. And I'm gonna get that one. Yes.
Question. That's going to be really customized. Like, for example, if 10,000 people sign up, we wouldn't have similar posts.
That's a good question. Yeah. Because if you go with the platinum one, it's totally customized. They sit there, they create each ad for you, different from everything else. With the premium one and the free one, yes, but even with that, the colors is different. And you can add, with the premium, you can add a beginning and an end to the videos. And even with the free, you can change the wordings with the keywords and everything. So that was one of my concerns at the beginning, and I'm creating my own content all the time. So I didn't really look into it until, as I said, I just became Sam's connection on LinkedIn yesterday. So we don't have that much of a connection from before, but I liked Room Views giving me a free platform that creates the content and automatically posts into my accounts. So while you're advertising, you have always to be following the guidelines from RICO, especially because our license is in their hands. Okay, I'm gonna show you the checklist, but go to rico.on.ca for more information, please. Yes.
Right. Those guys only cover the Facebook, Instagram ads, right? Like social media.
Social media.
Not Google, or is it the same?
Google. There was something called Google Plus. Is gone. There is a Google My Business. I'm gonna show you maybe another session how to use it. Google My Business is very good because when you search my name on the thing, you can see the Google My Business on the right hand side, and please go and give me a good review. Okay, so minimum RICO requirements. Is the name of the brokerage clearly and permanently identified? Is the name of the brokerage the same as the one which registered with RICO? Does the designation brokerage or real estate brokerage appear with the brokerage name? If a salesperson or broker is placing the advertisement, is his or her name clearly and prominently indicated? If a salesperson or broker is identified, is the name used the same as the one which is registered with RICO? If a salesperson or broker is identified, the applicable description must be used. Nowadays, you can put Realtor only with the R if you are, which you are, a member of the CREA in good standing. Okay? So if you want to just use Realtor, you have to use the registered trademark beside it and the French equivalences. Okay? So don't forget, the RICO knows that in social media you have small space to advertise. They don't push you to just put everything there. But I've seen people using top broker, your number one broker. That's illegal. If you make any claims, you have to come up with the details that I'm going to say. Are all the statements factually correct, accurate, and verifiable? You must say what you mean and mean what you say. Is all text clearly legible by the intended audience? If a comparative claim is made, has the basis of the claim or other information being included to avoid misleading of the audience? If a statement regarding business volume or trading activity is made, has sufficient information been included to avoid misleading the audience or otherwise appearing to be inaccurate? So if you're saying I am number one in this area, you have to be able to support it up. And you have to tell, okay, I was number this in my office in 2021. I got this award in 2022 or 2022, 20, sorry, again 22. So I don't want to waste, take your time that much, but please go to RICO and look at the guidelines. It's sometimes when you're not making that much money, people don't care. But when you start making good money, people will notice you, and people will start bugging you, and things like that can add up. And Rico say, okay, you always did that. You always bended the rules. You always did this, and our licenses is the key to millions of dollars of commission. So you don't lose it for nothing. There are a lot of tools there, but I'm suggesting not to waste your time. I used to do that. I'm very good at them. I like it, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to put my social media on autopilot and go make money. That's the most important part. Okay? Any questions?
How effective was it? Like, you have been using it for a while now.
Yeah.
So how long it has been now?
Okay.
that you're there with
That's a very good question, but you were a little bit late when we started the conversation. We are in the people's business, and we are here to work for a long time. We are not going to get rich in a year or two. So we have to create that network of people, the connections, the relationships, to be recognized by the community when they think of buying or selling or investing in real estate. They think about you. Okay? You have to be in their face. It's a requirement, but it's not enough. So, as he said, give it time. The gentleman received 30 leads on his one campaign. That's a lot. People pay a lot of money to receive those 30 leads. And they are going to be warm leads because they already seen his face on the advertisement, and they clicked on it, went somewhere and put their information in. So even they are maybe hot leads. If you're trying to door knock or cold call, it's cold. So it's totally different. The lead that generated from social media is a lot warmer than any other lead. But don't think that if you spend $24 today, next month you get 2 leads. No. But you have to generate leads all the time. You have to fill up your sale pipeline for a longest period of time, because the first principle of your business is that your business is going to continue infinitely. Okay? Especially now with the PREC and everything, you can assume that your business is going to continue infinitely with the corporation that you build. Any other questions, guys? Okay.
How long would that be?
Sorry?
The free setup that we are having?
They're going to start sending you guys the invitations to go in and start customizing it, hopefully today and tomorrow.
Okay, and then for how long?
The free one is forever. Unless Google buys them or Facebook buys them and change it, but usually that doesn't happen. My background is IT. I have helped a lot of startup companies come up with their apps and services. I have an app that now, if anyone wants to get it, they have to pay $50 a month. I have it for free. I have the other one that I'm paying $5 a month. Everybody else is paying $25 a month, because I was one of the first people who started using it, and I gave them feedbacks and everything. They don't change it. And the one that was $50, a bigger company bought them, and they are still honoring that. So I have that. It's a CRM. That CRM for free, while it should be $50. So for now, it's for free for ever. Okay, but I suggest to look into the other ones as well, as soon as you get familiar with that. You have question? Okay.
But the free one doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it has everything.
Yeah.
It has everything. You can have two connections. One of them automatic, the other one you have to go in and share. That's it.
So you can
But you have access to almost everything. Okay. Thank you, guys, and hopefully we are gonna do this another once a month. There is gonna be some food getting ready for you at the other side, and I guess you can run the sponsor as well, the sponsor banner as well. So we had a sponsor take care of us, and their food is ready. You can go ahead and enjoy yourself there.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for arranging this. It was really very valuable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just follow someone next to them. Okay, now go back to the notes. You take it a minute. Yes, I don't think that long. Yeah, we still get each other. Are you interested in cookies? Yes. I love the yes. This is fresh lemonade. So that means black there. I thought it's yes, yes, this is the holiday. Oh, okay, yeah. And it's like, it's not fresh. It's fresh with everything chopped. But only thing it cannot do is the face, like identify. Or you want to go other than that. You try first and then sometimes we can show you the reading step by step. So you guys can sign into your studio in the horizontal area, and you can see all the function we are doing for that. Today we just kind of do like a very simple one, but you probably cannot see all the functions for this machine there. But we will have like a 5 course that putting like a demo in our studio, so you can sign up and it's free then, and you can just welcome to and try. Yeah. So would you like to sign here? Yeah. Lauren, sign up as a demo. Oh my God. Yeah, they are going to sell the demo for the next time. So how about you can come over and my manager can help you. Hi, how are you? Have you heard like about Thermomix? No. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, this is the one. It's from the Germany. Okay. Yeah. For the steaming. Yeah, it can do everything. The only thing it cannot do. Yeah, you can say that. Here's the broccoli, pepper salad. So just buy the machine if you want to try. Okay, this is vegetarian salad. 5 seconds. Okay, okay. Wait, from there? Yes. No, I can show for you too. This is a treat. This one's from the that's so you can use this very nice stuff. It's really good salad, right? 5 seconds. So you can prepare it very easy into the refrigerator. 5 seconds for everything in. Then just like that. The recipe comes with the it's the remember the recipe. You can step by step follow our yes. Okay. I am thank you so much. This is the sequel pasta. It's but we have sequel pasta. Yeah. Okay, the next is like all yes, everything going, everything ingredients to make it from the machine. And also the juice. So anyone want to be a volunteer to do the help us to do the juice first? We are saying that sometimes you want to try to do the juice just in a minute. It's very fast. Okay. Okay. To make the lemonade. Yeah, we make the lemonade. Okay. So every single recipe all inside this little machine. Is every single recipe. You just do it step by step with your finger. Very easy. Just with the finger. To touch every single button. If everybody wants to see it, you can come closer. Yeah, you can come. It's a magic. Yeah. So we have more than 60,000 recipes. All kind of food. Like Indian, Italian food, German food, Chinese food, Western food. All kind of food, okay? So that means, for example, now we're making the lemon. I already make the lemon. So just touch it. And we start. Okay. You can start. So they have the weight inside. So I don't know. They are going to tell us. Sorry. We can make the like the powder, the custard sugar powder. So usually you want the powder to buy the sugar powder. No need. You just use the powder sugar. The rock sugar or coffee. We are making the this is the starch. So butter, vinegar, and pour inside. That's it. Pour until 100 grams. You can see here 0 grams. Oh, yeah. You can see it.
So if you are on that,
yeah,
it's a good.
Let's go to it's really great. This is the pumpkin soup. It's also the vegetarian soup. And this is pasta. And then you see this is a whole like yeah, just everything in that and just follow the step by step. Yeah, start from the scratch, but just use the one machine to help you to make everything. Yeah, the machine only helps you that. The speed everything. You need to turn this one to speed text. Yes, turn to text. Machine is made in Japan. 100% of Japanese. Yeah. This is a one mountain pasta. You don't have to separate, cook the pasta separately. Just put everything inside, and you can see the pasta is picture. It's really great. All the sugar. Okay, everybody can see the sugar to powder. Ice sugar. You don't need to go out to buy any ice sugar, even though a little bit and make it like this. Okay. Regular sugar. You can do that. You can sugar or anything. Okay, I know a studio in order. If you want to make or strawberry or raspberries. Okay, doesn't matter. You have to so if you are interested okay. Please take a look. Yeah. Always. Sure. You have to try the soup. It is so delicious. Okay, one more time. Yes, yes. No, it's okay. Also pasta. Also pasta. Do you like it? The texture is really great, right? And the sugar is really good. I just made the yeah. No. Very good soup. I want to try it. This is perfect. They don't have usually yes. Yeah, we make the basic one, but we can make the regular stage one. You guys, yeah. So just mix it. So this one, we can make but you definitely can come to see some things. In that, can I have the drop? Okay, sure. You can see how we make the steam bun, the bun, cheese, and you can change the different kind of variety. And we have the limited time and because it's so they see so it's actually and we have the systems and the water. Yes, yes, and that's us to do yeah, yeah. Depending on how many questions you guys have. The thing, but at least they series of the recipe. The whole thing. 小小的那个是知道了哦。
然后我帮
丢规则了，
加热，然后用。生气嘛，生气你就吃饱了，啊，这个可以在，这里。对，主宰哦，做。你在一些挖掘一些
这是家里两杯，对，那就算了，but after something I want stuff. ولی تو آفیس دوست دارم فقط کافی. من باز سنگین بخورم کاملا. Honestly, شکم صبحانه هم نمیتونم. حتی یه میل نداشته باشم هر چیزی بخورم. من I haven't been a kitten for years. And every day. دوست دارم. منم خیلی دوست دارم. یعنی دوست دارم. اونم دوست دارم بپزم. یعنی بچه‌هام هم حالا هم چند بچه دو تا. اینجا پسر داری. واقعا سه تا پسر. چقدر تحمل من خودم. I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much. That's oh yeah, the soup is great. Well, the soup is not the package. But thank you.
Yeah, it's me.
Secondly, give you the ingredient, and you can say this is our recipe. And but not that is delicious, right? Okay. Okay. So put onion, garlic, and a little bit later, and also yes. It's a little bit. Yeah, That's we use it as sponsor. And yeah, there's also yeah. So yeah, and sometimes yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Hola. So the bottom part of the locker is not moving, right? The door handle is not moving, right? Door handle is not moving. We are going to set aside sorry. Can you scale? We are not taking it. That's why we are. Thank you very much. We are not. So you have time. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So the first time, and then somebody, the person kind of, and they everything is like, yeah. Yeah. You have like coding is still makes too much. It's clean. Now we have the cleaning party. So you can see yeah, that's the point. It's like see what it is. Fantastic, right? And you know that's the materials. Yeah. Yeah. But do you want to know how focus is? Specific day, specific day, bread, she wants that. So definitely, she really gives. And you know, so how about like always yeah, it's really good. Yes. Are we having? Great. That's right. So I just love how we so yeah. Detail.
I'm at one. I'm intermittent fast. 1 to 9. I just did taking. I was getting bad. Getting too tired. What do you think of this? It's very good. I can be in and if I want to use because the agents can do networking and all again. She said, yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. I'm here. No. Yeah, I'm here. I've got a network now. Did you see? No. Another 20 minutes. Did you get the building that I sent you? Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe so did you offer me nothing to okay. So I bring this.
In that center, you
don't translate. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Oh, all things happening. It's not from here. It's happening.
I will.
You better drop it, guys. Look at it. Totally handmade.
Intermittent fasting.
Everything from here today is from the messages from. So try in public. I need to take everything from the messages. Right? You know, amazing. And then you can really ahead of time. So I think it's which is
You're welcome. But I now use income Family? Okay. Now یه چیز بگم income website من GTA luxury homes.ca. If you check my website, it's with income website. They have a small 411.ca inside.
Oh, this is the one.
Giant houses. Instead of houses, you can use. Well, however, yeah. Inside, you can search for residential. No. On my website, in the dashboard, I have my home. No, I guess that's the beginning. But I provide it.
It's amazing.
No time listings. Because most of the people, they either change disconnect their landline. And those who have it, they are pretty much all this.
ولی آره من همین سارجن کردم don't worry ولی کافشون اطرافش رو بلند دوباره کدوم شکلات دادم این نگی من که انجیراشو دارم معلومه